Hello student, welcome to biology class, and in this segment of video we are going to discuss about respiration in animals. So there are a vast variety of animals present on this planet. So we will study their respiratory organ or respiratory system one by one on the basis of their groups. So in previous class we have discussed about the different groups of animals, that is in kingdom Animalia. So Animalia kingdom is classified into various groups, and that groups are known as phylums. So we will discuss one by one about different phylums related to their respiratory structure and how they do the process of respiration or they exchange their gaseous material. So first of all we start with the first group, that is phylum Porifera. So Porifera we have discussed in previous class that they have canal system. It means all the poriferans are aquatic animals, and in the case of aquatic animals the process of respiration will be take place with the help of dissolved oxygen, or the gases are present on that place in dissolved state. So there is a system known as canal system, and that canal system help the poriferans to do the various life process, that is nutrition, respiration, transportation, as well as excretion. So, and the body of poriferans made up of cell. All cells are similar kinds. So, the cells layer of cell use or absorb oxygen dissolved in water, as well as the carbon dioxide that produce after respiration. That also becomes dissolved in water, and that water comes out from the body to release from their body. Now next after the Porifera there is the Coelenterata. So in coelentrates the same condition, the coelentrates also found in aquatic habitats. So in that case we have discussed that there is a single opening, and from that opening the entry and exit of materials take place, and that gases also through the process of diffusion taken by the cell and given out from the cell. The third is the Platyhelminthes. So in the case of Platyhelminthes, most of the animals are parasite. So the parasite animals do not perform aerobic respiration. They use the strategy for anaerobic respiration to require their energy. And some or a single organism from Platyhelminthes is free living, like Planaria. So Planaria found in water. So they also use the strategy to absorb or dissolve oxygen and leave carbon dioxide into water. And then fourth, Aschelminthes or roundworm. So in the case of Aschelminthes, they also are parasite, as the first, that is Platyhelminthes. So Aschelminthes also are parasite. Now the next is annelids. So in the case of Annelida, the animals have vascular skin. In the case of Annelida, for example, earthworm, the earthworm body contain the vascular skin, and that make the large surface area of the body. So through the skin they absorb atmospheric oxygen and also release CO2 into the atmosphere. So there is this respiratory organ is skin, and through the skin the respiration is known as cutaneous respiration. So there is cutaneous type of respiration occurring in Asia. Then after that the arthropods. So in the case of arthropods or arthropoda, there are various kind of insect occur in arthropoda or exist in arthropoda, and we have studied that arthropoda have a tracheal system for doing the process of respiration, and that tracheal system has an opening known as spiracle. So through these opening which is present in each segment of their body, so from each segment of body spiracle take oxygen from atmosphere and release carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and inside the body there is a network of tracheal system, and that tracheal system transport these gases and exchange between the cells. Now after arthropoda there is the seventh, that is mollusk, and mollusca phylum. The animals of mollusca phylum also have respiratory organ like lungs like structure, and then Echinodermata, they also have lung-like structure. And now in the ninth, that is Hemichordata. Hemichordata also have gill-like structure, which because Hemichordata are not totally aquatic in nature, so they have gill-like structure because they also possess some characteristics of chordata. And now the next is chordata, and in chordata we classify the organisms as vertebrata. So in vertebrata we will study the total 5 class species: amphibians, reptiles, apes and mammals. So overall in chordata there are two structures which have been the respiration, that is in aquatic organism the structure is gills, and in terrestrial organism the respiratory structure is the lungs. So lungs and gills are the two kind of respiratory organ. So first is responsible for aquatic respiration, and the second for terrestrial. So we will study. So these are the gills for aquatic animal. That means generally fishes are found in aquatic habitat. So all the fish contain gills for doing their respiration, and amphibians, reptiles and birds and mammals, they are terrestrial in habitat, so they have lungs for doing respiration. Some amphibians contain larval stage, and larval stage found in aquatic habitat. So the life form or larval life form contain gills for the process of respiration, while the terrestrial form of life contain lungs for respiration. So this is all about the different animals and their strategy for doing respiration. And the next thing or the main topic we will going to discuss, that is respiration in human. This is the main topic related to our syllabus, that is respiration in human. So in human beings respiration take place as we know that human beings are terrestrial animals, so they have lungs for respiration, the respiratory organ. The respiratory organ is lung, a pair of lungs, and that kind of respiration is known as pulmonary respiration. Or we can say that respiration through lungs is known as pulmonary respiration. So we will study about the pulmonary respiration. It means what are the various organs helpful in pulmonary respiration in human body. So first of all we will discuss the system, respiratory system of human being, and all, as we have studied that all the system of body consist of various organs. So first of all we discuss about the various organs, and then we understood about all the structure with the help of diagram. So respiratory system consists of, there are two components of respiratory system. The first is respiratory tract, and the second one is respiratory organ. Respiratory organs. So in the respiratory organ we have discussed that respiratory organ are the pair of lungs, so we will discuss the structure of lung in detail with the help of diagram. And the first component, that is respiratory tract. So in the case of respiratory tract there are various component of respiratory tract and there are various parts. So the respiratory tract start with nostril. So there is a pair of nostril present on our face. So through the nostril the atmospheric attachment of gases with our body. So nostril is one pair, one face, and nostril open to the next part, that is nasal chamber. So it is also one pair because each nostril opening one nasal chamber. So inside the nostril there is a chamber, a pair of chamber present in which various structure appear for the filtration of gases we inhale, like air, mucus, as well as some nerves also present which are known as olfactory nerve or to smell the smell of air. And after the nasal chamber, both the nasal chamber open into a common passage which is known as pharynx. So pharynx is single or common. So it is common because it is for our digestive tract as well as respiratory tract. It means the food we eat from our mouth also pass from the pharynx, and the air that we breathe also pass from the pharynx. And then pharynx open into the windpipe, which is also known as trachea, through an opening known as glottis. So glottis is the opening after the pharynx, which opens into the windpipe, which is known as trachea. So windpipe or trachea is the next, and then related to trachea there is also a structure which is under the trachea known as larynx. And larynx is also the part of our respiratory tract, which is also known as Adam's apple or sound box. They are also known as sound box. It means the sound producing technique of human body is also related to the respiratory system. The next is after the trachea runs downward and open into the two branch, and that branch are known as bronchi. So bronchi are again classified, branches into next branch, and then bronchi into the primary bronchi, secondary bronchi, and tertiary bronchi. And the tertiary bronchi open into the thinnest respiratory pipe, which is known as bronchiole. And lastly, bronchiole open into the structure which is known as alveoli, and alveoli is the part of the respiratory organ. So bronchi, it is the part of our respiratory tract, but bronchi when enter into the lungs, so all these pipes are common for the respiratory tract as well as respiratory organ, because these are the thin pipes made after entering into the lungs. So these are the parts of lungs. So this is all about the component of respiratory system, and in next segment of video we will discuss about the structure with the help of diagram. So I hope you will be cleared all your concept from this video related to the respiration in human being or respiration in animals, as well as we start the main topic of respiration in animals is respiration in human being, because human being is the advanced animals in which we study all the life processes, as the process of nutrition also discuss mainly focus on the human being. Respiration we also detailed respiration we discuss in the case of human body.